Hey guys, check this out. This is my termination letter. I just quit my job 5 days ago. I've always wanted to do it, but I don't want it to be a leap of faith. I want this to be a rational decision. And over the past few years, I come to realize 3 things that helped me make this decision. And I'm about to start my own business because of that. There are a lot of people who make comparison between a 9-to-5 job and starting a business. People always think that a 9-to-5 job means a secure source of income, usually monthly, and they grow pretty steadily if you don't fuck up. Plus, if you are in a developed country like USA or UK or Australia and etc., you have a lot of employee benefits such as 401k, your retirement fund, superannuation, health insurance, you name it. But starting a business, on the other hand, is very risky. It needs you to go all in. It needs you to pull your heart and soul and sweat out, and you need to invest a whole lot of money. And they say the chance of success is very low. The return is very unstable. What if you fail, right? And they always say that starting a business means to give up your career development. Maybe you tried a business idea and didn't work out and you want to go back to a corporate job, and HR will be asking you, what the hell did you do for the past few years? Well, I think what they say makes some degree of sense, but they miss out on an important scale, that is time. All the comparison we've heard is just comparing 9-to-5 and starting the business at one point of time. That is not in long run. And in long run, 9-to-5 is riskier than starting a business. Having a 9-to-5 job is like praying for a black swan event will never occur to you. It's like you're a turkey that is fed every day in a farm, and every feeding will firm up your belief that it's just the general rule of life that some human being will feed us every day. And that feeding for turkey is like monthly salary to us. And on that afternoon of Wednesday before Thanksgiving, guess what? Something unexpected happened and game over. Turkey get killed just like we get laid off. Do you still think 9-to-5 job is secure? Actually, it's very fragile. Given enough time, a black swan event must happen. A layoff will eventually happen. Think about it. If you are at a position working for 30 or 40 years, what are the chances that you won't get one layoff, just one layoff? The chance is pretty minimal, right? Nowadays, we have all those recessions. Maybe we get another COVID. Maybe your boss is not having a good day. Or maybe the company is going south. Just one layoff will destroy everything you built. With this rapid society change, no one can stay at a job forever. However, starting a business is exactly the opposite. It's anti-fragile. Maybe you fail a lot of times. Maybe the first business idea sucked. Maybe the second one you lose on execution. Maybe the third one you just didn't pick the right market. The fourth one is maybe, I don't know, you lost to competition. But maybe you try many times, try enough times, and once success hits you, it all pays back. Just one success, one home run, it pays you back maybe 100 times, 1,000 times, to a point that all those previous failures add up, don't matter. If we add the variable of time, and in long run, all of a sudden, starting the business is actually not as risky as you thought. And 9-to-5 job is not as safe as you thought. Plus, the rewards for 9-to-5 is pretty much constant. Every year you maybe get like a 4%, I don't know, 10% growth, top. If you do a good job, every few years you get a 20% plus. Look at those inflations, look at home loan, those interest rates. You think your salary will keep up, but business returns are different. Business return in exponential scale. One business, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times return. You just need one home run, remember. So if starting the business is really that great, why everyone is still stuck at a 9-to-5 job? Well, I'll tell you, it's because they are frightened. They are frightened about uncertainty, because the business can fail. And most of business fail. It is our human nature to go against loss. We rather don't lose than having a chance of gain. We are risk averse. We don't think in rational terms. Even rationality points out that we should start our own business. But you are different. You click into this video, and just remember, underneath every uncertainty, there lies a business opportunity. Another thing about having a 9-to-5 job is give you a false sense of secure. It makes you believe that everything is in control. Actually, nothing is under your control. If you are playing the 9-to-5 game, your ultimate goal is to avoid being laid off. And do you think that's in your control? Maybe the economy is in a recession. Maybe your company goes south. Maybe your boss doesn't like you. There's really nothing you can control. I guess the only thing you can control is your performance. But remember, your boss is in charge of your performance review. And good luck with that. There's just so little you can do. So having a 9-to-5 job is really passive. But having your own business means you have all the control in the world. While many people think that running the business is like having 1,000 things going on at the same time, and everything just goes nuts and crazy, well, they think it wrong. Running the business means that you have all the control in the world. You can do whatever it takes to improve your odds. If you are unhappy with your product, you can iterate on this. If you're not happy with the design, just change it. You also get to make a call about pretty much everything, right? Do you want to run online ads? Do you want to post ads on newspaper? I don't know. How many salespeople do you need? There are actually so many things you can do to improve your odds. Remember, in a 9-to-5 job, your ultimate goal is to not being laid off. There's nothing you can do to improve that odds. People other than you determine your fate. While running the business, nobody else but you determine your own fate. The last thing is probably the most important thing when it comes to comparing having a 9-to-5 job and starting a business. Remember I said that when people make comparison, they forget an important element called time is important because of compounding effect. What is a compounding effect? Well, in finance, it means you can earn interest on interest. Put into human words, it's snowball effect. For example, if you put $100 into the bank, it pays you interest, say like $10 a year. So at the end of the first year, you get $110. And then you decide to leave that $110 in the bank to earn you more interest. And during next year, not only does the first $100 you put into the bank earning you interest, that $10 you already earned in the first year is still earning you more interest. So over the year, your wealth will grow exponentially. Compounding effect exists in many fields, not only finance, but also knowledge. Say you're trying to learn a subject that is really hard for months, you get no progress, but all of a sudden it just clicks. Say like bodybuild, you don't expect yourself looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger overnight, right? It takes years of training. That's compounding effect. When you are at a corporate job, a 9-to-5 job, you don't get much compounding effect. You only see very small part of how a business operates. Every day you're just doing an okay job. You're pretty much doing the same thing over and over again. There's no challenge, there's no learning, there's no compounding effect. Also, you are trading your time for money. Remember, you only have 24 hours a day, so there's always a ceiling on how much you can earn when you try to trade your time for money. But if you have stock options, that's a completely different story. It's like running your own business anyway. But when you are running your own business, you see everything, you learn everything. You get to network with more people, you think at a strategic level, a higher level, and you own 100% of the stock. At first, you need to invest time to get the machine rolling. However, eventually, if things go well, you can hire others, you can leverage others' knowledge, others' time, and you go autopilot. That means a successful business can earn you money while you are asleep. So you are no longer bounded by that 24-hour ceiling. That is compounding effect. Also, even if you fail your business, along the way you learn so much. You probably learn how to design a product, how to pitch to investor, how to sell your product to customers. And all those knowledge will improve your odds of having a successful business next time. Say it's your first time starting the business. The chance may be, say like what? 1% of success, and you failed and you learned and you start another business. Now the chance is like hypothetically 3%. You failed and you learned. Next time maybe it's 5%. 5% is very high already. Maybe you failed again. Next time maybe 10%. And eventually, if you try enough times, and if you don't burn out, God forbidden, you will have a successful business. You see, the chance of succeeding is increasing every step of the way because of the compounding effect of knowledge, skill, networks, and everything. These are the things that a corporate job won't give you. And these are the things you really need to hit that home run. I hope by now you will understand that a 9-to-5 job is actually fragile, which means that things can go well for a long period of time, and when it breaks, game over. But having a business is anti-fragile. It can break many times, but you just need one success to make it all counts. Over the past 5 years, I've had my fear and my concern and everything. Sometimes I think that if I give up my career and go all in on the business, and when it fails, what I'm supposed to put on my resume for that few years? But rationality brought me back. Say if the business fail and eventually I go back to a corporate job, now I have more skill, more knowledge, and more networks and everything. And of course I will land a job and probably I will get paid more. Well, I decide to quit my job, but you don't have to. You can start a side hustle, just dip your toes in the water first. One of the co-founders at GitHub didn't quit his job until GitHub was able to attract investment. One of the co-founders at Airbnb also had his day job for a long period of time. So really nothing is stopping you to start your own business. Only your own fear. Trust me, I've been there. I've even thought about starting a business needs a lot of investment. But with the help of internet, there are so many low investment ideas, like growing a YouTube channel, doing some consulting work online, maybe building a website for others, maybe start a dropshipping business. There's so many opportunities. Just remember, don't overstretch yourself. Always leave a safety margin. Make sure you are able to lose many times, but still on the table. This idea is called Lean Startup. If you're not familiar with that, I highly recommend to check out this video. It is the best strategy for a normal person to start a business. If you like today's video, please subscribe and stay tuned. I'm Mo Fatih, my friend.